Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. It's been a few weeks since I've been a video, but a lot has happened in that time. I was a trainer for a few months, and then I wasn't a trainer. So in that process, I had to change a few things. I had to do some stuff according to privacy, and the gentleman that I was training to be a driver needed his privacy for for privacy reasons. So anyways, outside of that, we're going to get back to the normal flow of things. Maybe some shorts, and if you guys saw my last video of what happened to the truck, it was kind of tragic, but I will get into it in this video. But right now we are headed to Missoula. No, Kalispell, Montana, and then Great Falls. That's a two-stopper. Let me show you the truck. We got 3 boats. Back one's going to Kalispell, and then the front one's going to, front two are going to Great Falls. So the bigger issue is what happened. What ended up happening to the truck, the drive line, the fuel spill. Yeah, it was a big deal. I mean, it was obviously, if you've been driving trucks or don't drive trucks, if you spill any amount of diesel, EPA and state agencies and all the things, they get involved, and it costs a lot of money to do the cleanup and to fix whatever is broken. Now, thankfully, what actually broke, let me show you guys, because I showed on this truck. This is no longer the same truck that broke. If you can tell, I've got a 5th wheel right here, and if you guys remember from my previous truck, it was on the very back. Now, I'll get to the reason why I'm driving this truck in a minute, but let me show you. So on the previous truck that I was driving part-time, up to about here is identical. I mean, there's just, everything's identical. And when you get from here to here, the drive shafts are a little longer, but it's all the similar back here. But this is what actually broke. Look, let's see now. Get my camera in there. This is what actually broke. These ears. And this actual fix was warranty item. And what happened was because the drive shaft broke free and twisted, it went all up in there and grabbed all the air lines and fuel line, ripped it from the tank, and ended up having to plug it with a tool that I didn't have at the time. Hence the reason why we had the paperwork says 50 to 70 gallons, but the guys on the scene were saying we're between 30 to 50 gallons. So who really knows? All I know is that we had about 3/4 of a tank of fuel in the truck when the accident happened. They pumped down the passenger side tank all the way from nothing because it was completely full. The driver's side tank was 150 gallons on both tanks, and we had 3/4 of a tank when the accident happened. They said they pumped down 50 gallons. And then somewhere between a third of that, which is another 50, because that's what we drove, and what was left is about 50 or so gallons. Now, they didn't pump all of that fuel out because the tubes were at the very bottom. If you don't know, there's tubes, feeder tubes at the bottom of these tanks that supply the truck with diesel. So anyways, that part aside, you're not exactly sure, but I know what the company had to pay for, and ultimately, due to, he should have known better. That's basically what it amounts to. Should I have taught him better? Yes, and I did so, but the difference being, in order to work here, you have to have some experience. You can't just come fresh out of the schools. So he drove a manual truck beforehand, so he understood about dumping the clutch. And an instant about dumping the clutch. In essence, that's what he done. With an automatic, it's a lot harder to do. But when he broke it loose, he went from 75% throttle to 100% throttle. And that's what slung everything left and right. The drive shaft loose completely, started ripping everything out and caused the greater damage. So if you're an automatic user and you feel like it's going to break or it's going to go, stop after you know this stops, or excuse me, it breaks. Then just stop, check it out. Because I was in the bunk, I was passed out. I heard a big boom because it was directly underneath me, and we're talking. Let me show you. My head was literally right there. Look how close that is. We were talking less than 4 feet, from my head. So with that said, sadly, in the video I told you we weren't able to keep the guy. Would have made a great driver. Still needs more time behind the seat. But it's just the way things go. You make a mistake, especially a costly one like that, and they came out of our pockets. Yeah. So didn't get to stay. So other than that, I'm in this truck. It's the same as the other one. The design is similar. I just got in today, so my bed, none of that stuff's made. I just kind of put my clothes and stuff and where they were supposed to be, and organizing usually happens the night of my first night back in the truck. But the truck is, in miles wise, is very comparable to what I gave up. So now the reason why I gave that truck up was because a team needed it. It needed to be under the guidance of a team, not because I did something wrong. No, it wasn't that at all. It was the fact that we had another team ready to go, and running a team in that truck made better sense for the company, just because of money, loads. And if you guys remember me talking about a few months back, that truck was designed for a purpose. And that purpose was for 30-foot Malibu loads. 30-foot Malibu boats. And yeah, to haul 3 of them. A normal rig like mine that I'm hauling right now just can't accommodate. We can probably get 1 or 2, but that's it. You can't haul more than 2 boats on a trailer that I've got right now with this type of truck. Anyways, so sadly enough, I won't be able to be driving that Stinger, that Mack. But we still are chasing the dog. Yep, there he is, a little puppy dog. And still driving, still working. So gladly, I still have a job, which is good, because in this economy, in this day and age, if you read inflation reports and CPI reports and all that jazz, it's a bunch of doom and gloom. So I do my best to try to stay away from that stuff. Keep my eye on the horizon and the steering wheel, and most importantly, the road. So let's get going. Alrighty.
Like you, be strong to hold the powers of the sun. To dream, believe in strength. Now I'm the only one, only one. I was an ordinary boy until I broke the rules. My life destroyed, life destroyed.
Well, we finally got parked over here at Oak Grove at the Petro. I wanted to make it a little further than that, maybe over there to Kansas City at the Flying J. But I'm running a little low on time, so I was worried if I was not going to make it or not. Had about 30 minutes left. getting through traffic in Kansas City can sometimes be a little iffy, depending on if there's traffic or if there is construction going on, which 9 times out of 10 there usually is right there at the split. But, 35 minutes left. Yeah. It just means that I'll have more time at the end of my 70 in order to make it home without taking a reset, which that's the goal here for this week. I don't want to take a reset on the road unless I have to. But other than that, I'm going to walk inside this Petro, see if I can get me some dinner or whatnot, and go to bed. And I will see you guys tomorrow. Enjoy the sunset. See y'all later.